Hi guys, it's Melissa with Communicate with Angels. I'm in my cozy sweater today. It's one of those days. I got up early this morning to go to a networking event, which was awesome, but I have to admit I'm not a morning person. I feel a bit groggy now, but it's all good. So welcome. I'm here for my daily Facebook Live broadcast that I'm doing during February, the month of relationships. Happy Valentine's Day. Why not develop your relationship with your team of spiritual helpers, guides, angels? It may not have occurred to you before, but it's a really important relationship to develop. So I am doing a free webinar next Wednesday. If you haven't had a chance to sign up yet, it's called How to Connect with Your Angels or Spirit Guides. And you're going to learn the tools to open you to this communication, to have it be clearer and more direct and distinct. Okay, so sign up for that at communicatewithangels.com/webinar. And enrollment is open in the Communicate with Your Angels online course. So if you want to go even deeper with this, you can check that out at communicatewithangels.com/enroll. So I'm going to be answering your questions for the next couple of weeks. If you have a question you'd like me to answer on a future live stream, post it below, and I'm gathering all of your questions. Today's question is a little bit slightly off the topic of angels, but I think still a really good one, and one that a lot of you can relate to. So the question that was posed to me is, how do I stop absorbing other people's feelings? And this particular person had said, that really puts a weight on my shoulders, sometimes makes me cry. So I get it. I'm sorry it makes you cry. I have some tips for you guys on this, and stay open and relaxed because some of them might take you by surprise. Okay? So the first thing is to really acknowledge that when you are absorbing other people's feelings, it's because you are sensitive, and that is a good thing. It's not a weakness. It's not a bad thing. It's not something you want to protect yourself against. It really is your intuitive sensitivity at work, and that's great. Okay, so you can learn a technique called the spiritual cleansing that will help you to expand your energy out so that you're more buffered against other people's stuff. This is going to happen regardless, you guys. It's kind of like embrace it rather than push it away. Instead of trying to push it away or protect yourself or stop it, like this person actually phrased it that way, how can I stop this? Well, what about instead of trying to stop it, you are able to discern it, to know what is me and what is not me. So that is what I would suggest that you do, is when you notice something, become aware and ask that question. You can ask your angels. That's the best way to get started. Is this my feeling? So a lot of the feelings that you think are yours are not. And this goes for everybody. So someone who's high in the gift of feeling, which it sounds like this person is really going to absorb it all. If you're not so high in the gift of feeling, you're still sensitive. Maybe you're not absorbing it all and stuff, but you're still picking stuff up. So let's actually empower ourselves to work with it rather than trying to push it away. Because I've seen people do that, try to push away their sensitivity, and they really get depressed. They isolate themselves, they pull away. And that means they're actually pulling away from the good stuff too. Okay. And then my last tip for you guys is to just notice your tendencies, your personality. Do you have a tendency to take responsibility for other people's stuff? Do you feel sorry for people? Do you want to help them? There's nothing wrong with wanting to help people, but is it to the point where you're almost wanting to take their problems away from them? This is what's a little bit controversial, so take a deep breath and take this in. Everybody needs to have their experiences. If you take their experiences away from them, even if you perceive them to be negative, you are actually doing them a disservice because they are learning and evolving through that experience. So I'm not saying don't help them. I'm not saying don't back them. Please do. But know where your 50% lies. You know, I'm sure you've had the experience of trying to share something with someone, trying to help them share your perspective, and they just can't receive it. So that's where you say, okay, cool. They're having their experience. I need to mind my own business. I need to stay in my own lane. And that is not a selfish thing to do, you guys. it is the most loving thing that you can do for you and for them. Because have a think about in times in your life where you've been through a really challenging or traumatic experience, but you came out of the other side as a stronger, more evolved person. Don't take that experience away from people. Know that it's not selfish to detach when you need to and just allow them to have their thing without. Because it's that little hook when you're trying to help, sometimes you take on their problem and then you're walking around with this weight on your shoulders that wasn't even yours. Oh, excuse me, I need to cough. So the comment flashes away, which is frustrating, but I had saw somebody, I apologize, I don't remember the name, just said that sometimes you want to be alone because it's more safe. Yeah, I get it. I've done that from time to time too. But where is the joy in that? Where is the fulfillment? What if you could even just consider that you can be around people and still have energetic boundaries enough to where you're not taking it on? At least know that that's possible, because when you block yourself and be alone, you're really blocking yourself from so much great stuff that could happen too. I'm an introvert, you guys. And it doesn't seem like it when I'm rambling on these videos, but this morning I had said I'm going to go to a networking event. Yeah, Sylvia says, true, I need to practice that. Yeah, it's a practice, right? Be patient with yourself. And when I got up this morning, I was like, oh, I don't want to go. It's that feeling of, oh, I have to be around people I don't know. It comes up for me. But I don't buy into that, because I'm looking for the joy and the connection. And I know that other people are feeling that shyness too. It's not just me, right? So if I can just get out of my own way and just be sincere, and that's what people will respond to. And as soon as you know that somebody is not worth investing time in, it's okay to not invest any time with them, right? Okay, I will not go on any longer about that, but hopefully that gives you some tools. I'm going to post the link to the spiritual cleansing technique in this video. It's a free resource that you can start practicing in your life that will really, really help you on an energy level to be more buffered and not pick up stuff that's not yours, that you don't need, right? Or at least, let me say it in a different way, to be more aware. Oh, I'm noticing something, but instead of it encroaching so strongly. That's really, really helpful. Again, I invite you to join me for that free online class next Wednesday at communicatewithangels.com/webinar. It's going to be a great time. Surround yourself with like-minded people and learn a little bit more about yourself, your guidance, and your energy. Hope to see you there. Have an amazing weekend. I'll be back here on Monday. Mwah! Bye.